What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome to Not Your Status Quo. Tonight, we're talking Fantastic Four First Steps Theory-Palooza. We got things that we think are going to happen, and since we're always right, this is spoiler-filled. So get ready for it. We're kicking off Fantastic Four week here at the channel. We got our Theory-Palooza tonight. We got our At the Theater spoiler-free review on Thursday. And then we got our spoiler-filled and what's next for the Fantastic Four in the MCU on Sunday. But before we get into all of that fun, Dave, Doug, how's it going, gentlemen?
Heath, I am ready for Fantastic Four week. I am ready because I am inspired by the last movie that turned out to be so damn good, Superman. So we were not let down by that. I hope we're not let down by this. I don't see any reason why we would be from everything I've seen. If you read our title card, we're going to herald the week of the Theory-Palooza for the Fantastic Four. It's been kind of a crap week for me as far as like my personal life, and like my daughters are having problems and I'm helping them with them, and so we needed a pick-me-up. So this will be a nice pick-me-up to talk about some movie that's going to come up and it just is going to raise all of our spirits, right, guys?
Heck yes.
Yes.
I like the silver cloud that you got going there, Dave.
Silver cloud.
Like the old, we're going to raise the spirits like the Night King did to the dead. We're just going to raise them up.
Is that really the image we want to go with?
He's got blue eyes, all right? He's, kind of a funky haircut, but you know what?
Everything is coming up just like the dead.
Yes, and this is going to make it so good. But Doug, how are you doing?
Well, Dave, let me tell you, I herald the beginning. I herald your end. I herald Theory-Palooza.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Shark Week.
You know, I have never gotten into Shark Week. I know that like a lot of people make a big deal out of it, but in all honesty, I really truly thought that it was like a meme thing because of Sharknado. I thought that's how it got started, but apparently like Discovery's been doing it forever and I had no idea. I only heard about it in I think 2010 or something.
I will not tell my wife that you said that about Shark Week. She loves it.
I like the marketing behind it. I'll put it that way. I get a kick out of that. I think it's hilarious, but I've literally never turned on the TV for Shark Week to watch shark related things. I like Jaws though. I'll watch Jaws.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And Jaws 2. And Jaws 3D. Jaws 4, the Jawsning.
I like
Jaws
when they asked
5.
Michael Caine about Jaws 3. They asked him, "Have you seen Jaws 3?" You know, he was in it. Said, "Have you actually seen Jaws 3?" And he says, "No, but I saw the house it bought me." So,
That's like Taika Waititi saying, "You know, Natalie Portman, you'd be good in Star Wars. You ever thought about being in Star Wars?"
yeah.
I'm making a Star Wars movie. Do you want to be in it? Is it a prequel to the prequels?
Am I gonna be like 12 in this movie?
You know, fun fact, I was trying to like get like really into getting ready for the Theory-Palooza tonight, and I was buying some groceries and I saw this quart of blue milk Fantastic Four themed. Had, you know, Johnny
Whoa.
on the front and everything, and I'm like, oh, that'll be interesting. It's like pre-made blue milk. I've never, you know, I've always made my own for like Star Wars stuff. This will be okay, I'll get that. Poured a little glass of it last night, and it is gross. You know, like when Mark Hamill talks about tasting the blue milk on set and how much he disliked it. Yeah, that was what I got when I tasted this horrible concoction put in a jug. And now it's sitting in my fridge, and I got to figure out if I'm going to dump the rest down the sink and waste my money or not.
Well, you got to figure they're from two different universes. They might have, you know, a slightly different taste.
Well, I assume so. I'll go ahead and I'll set up the joke that I was going to make with it. So, right, it's got Johnny on the front. Okay, so I've got the milk jug here, and I've got the cup of blue milk. So I'm Galactus. I've just blended up the Fantastic Four, and I'm, that was going to be but the milk is disgusting, and I'm not going to drink it.
That's
You
why.
had better never do that to Vanessa Kirby, sir. Or Pedro. They are
Oh.
treasures.
Do not watch the short where I'm drinking a cup of blue milk and saying it's Vanessa Kirby. But I'm sure we've got a lot of theories to get in. So, Keith, how are you doing?
Gentlemen, I am tremendous. So excited, like Dave said. I mean, Superman was tremendous. I saw it again last night. Took my son with a friend
Very
and
nice.
his kids. The kids were dancing a lot to the Lex Luthor theme. I'm starting to get worried a little bit. I mean, it's bad, don't get me wrong, but and they were dancing to all the songs. They really loved it. I was very happy. It's that kind of movie. And if we even get, the Fantastic Four First Steps as good, better, we're in for a treat. I'm excited. We do have a lot of theories. We have a lot to talk about. So without further ado, gentlemen, I herald our beginning. So, got some before we jump into some theories. Let's answer a few questions first.
Okay.
Will Galactus devour Earth in the Fantastic Four's universe? Will they lose, basically?
I have an answer for this, and I think it kind of flies in the face of some of our earlier theories where we had suggested a reason why the Fantastic Four left their Earth and might come into the MCU. But I was watching this pretty cool channel called Not Your Status Quo. They've been doing a back issue breakdown of a run in Fantastic Four, and actually they help Galactus out. They realize that he's got this never-ending hunger, and as he leaves, I don't want to spoil it all for you, but he basically refers to the Fantastic Four as his friends, the closest thing to a friend that he could have. And it was actually kind of a touching story, and I recommend that you all of you out there check out the back issue breakdowns for those issues. Find them on Not Your Status Quo. But yeah, I actually think that it's going to go in a similar way. I don't think Galactus is going to just be a straight up villain. I think that there's going to be a bit more nuance to it. So no, I don't think he's going to devour their Earth.
He is a fundamental force of the universe. Because in the next issue of back issue breakdown coming tomorrow,
Ooh.
death comes to Galactus. Because Galactus is like feeling very mortal and wondering if he's dying and stuff, and death kind of reassures him, you need to be here. What you're doing is needed for the the universe and stuff. And a little
Balance.
Yeah, exactly. And then he devours the squirrel homeward. I mean, no. He does.
And then Deadpool finds out and says, "Hey, get your hands off my girl."
That's right.
And then
But-
Thanos.
I do think they will stop Galactus from devouring their Earth. Now, people are going to say, well, if he doesn't destroy their Earth, why are they fleeing their universe? We have theories for that coming up later on, which I think will answer all of your questions. I hope, at least.
I think so. I'm ready, Keith. Lay him on me.
We're
There you
not
go,
there yet.
thinking.
Oh,
I-
Never mind, don't.
I teased some theories later on in the thing, because we have two more questions. Dave, do you want to answer the Galactus one? Will they defeat Galactus?
I don't think they will. I think Galactus will win in the end, and I think that's why they're coming to the 616.
to the 616?
The 616. Yeah. Oh yeah!
Now,
Raise the roof.
here's one of my theories that I'm going to ask in a question. Will the Silver Surfer turn on her master like she did in the Enter Galactus comic run, which we also did a back issue breakdown for, all 3 issues, Galactus's first appearance. Go check them out. And as everyone knows, in that story, the Silver Surfer, seeing the compassion of Alicia Masters, turns against Galactus and says, you can't devour this world. These are good people and stuff. And will that happen in this movie?
No.
You said that she turns on him. What do you mean turns him on? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
No,
kidding.
no.
It's a family
She does that
show.
with Johnny.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't tell by like what I've seen in the previews is all the Silver Surfer is just all business and showing nothing but like the robotic side on the commercial on the trailers. So I don't know. I can't make that call.
I don't think she does, and I think that's the twist they're going with, and I think that might be why they went with Shella Ball as opposed to Norrin Rad, because this way she can just keep chasing them, like they've kind of hinted. Johnny talking about, I think we had a moment. They're kind of hinting like she's going to see humanity as being worth saving. I don't see it happening. I think Johnny's going to thinks he sees something. She does not, and she is going to continue to try to get Galactus to, get that energy from our sweet, sweet blue ball of a planet.
I have a spin-off theory from that. This is something that I've been thinking about. And it's funny that you actually brought that up because this is one of the theories that I was going to present tonight was I think that Silver Surfer is actually going to be the real villain. I think that they're pretending like, oh yeah, it's Galactus. Obviously, it's Galactus. Everybody knows that he's going to come, he's going to devour Earth, and the Fantastic Four need to stop him. But I think, like we discussed, I don't know if that's actually going to be the case. I don't know that he'll actually devour Earth. I think the Fantastic Four might actually sympathize with him, understand, try to help him out. And I think once he agrees to leave or go do whatever else he's going to do, I think Silver Surfer is going to be kind of pissed. Like, excuse me, you threatened to eat my world. I'm doing this to stop you from doing that. You didn't take one of them to be. And I think it's going to turn into a movie about vengeance. And I think it's going to be jealousy and vengeance. And now she's going to go after the world of the Fantastic Four and go after them out of like pettiness in a way.
I like that. That's good.
Interesting. Yeah.
But that's just a theory.
I don't know what to add to that. That's I thought I was the one who had the dark view of this movie, like the setting.
Well,
it was going to be darker than the rest of you guys.
Have you guys noticed that all of the trailers have started out really light and fun, and gradually over the months they've gotten darker and more foreboding? And I have to think that this had to have been done on purpose. I think this might have been what the Marvel MCU marketing department was going for. Like, oh yeah, it's fun, it's light, it's set in the 50s, it's all happy, and we're the Fantastic Four, family meal time. And now, like, all the latest trailers and previews, the latest one, it opens up, it's dark. And it just shows the Fantastic Four kind of smaller off in the corner, and they're off to the right-hand side, and you just see this audience looming, and everything is, like, now shadowed in darkness and uneasiness. And so that's what, it's got me thinking. I don't think this is going to be, I don't think, like Dave said, I don't think it's going to be a happy ending. For sure.
I do think you're right about one thing. At least when it starts, it's this 60s sort of aesthetic. Mm-hmm. It's all very cheerful, and I think that is going to gradually darken throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And if they do lose at the end, it will be them needing to flee, which, we'll talk about why I think they might be coming to the 616. There's other theories involved, but we'll get to that in a little bit because my first theory. Are you guys ready for this?
Yes.
In the Enter Galactus comic series, which once again on Back Issue Breakdown, the Watcher sends Johnny to fetch something from Galactus' ship, and it is called the Ultimate Nullifier, and it can basically wipe anything out of existence. And Reed threatens Galactus with it, saying, I'll basically use it on you if you do not leave our planet alone. And he says that you don't know what you're messing with right now, but I'm going to leave because I don't need that I don't need that fire. I don't need that. I
don't need the drama, man. Okay, I'm just here to eat. If you ain't going to serve, I'm leaving.
I think they're going to stop Galactus using the Ultimate Nullifier, and it is going to cause a multiversal incursion. We've seen other incursions in the MCU, like Doctor Strange at the end of Doctor Strange and a Multiverse of Madness, Clea shows up and says, "Hey, you caused an incursion. We need to fix it." I think this is going to be on a much grander scale because they used this device to stop Galactus, and that is going to set off Doomsday, Secret Wars, and all of that. Reed is going to be the one, and stopping Galactus from eating his world is going to cause all of this chaos.
I could see that. All right. Keep everything connected. One thing leads to another.
Now, on a side note, if they don't use the ultimate nullifier, I do think if they're trying to siphon off energy from another universe or doing something, because I do think Reed is going to be building the what is it called? The Bridge of Destiny, and I'll get that in a minute, which is him being able to look into all these other universes. I think if he does, there was a lot of theories about that chalkboard he's writing on hinting at sort of his Bridge of Destiny, which sees into all these other things. He may use that power to bring something into this universe to stop Galactus, and that may start an incursion. But I do think whatever they do, if they do stop him, it's going to cause this domino effect that's going to lead into Doomsday and Secret Wars.
I could see that. Usually that's what they do. They have other preceding events kind of cause the big, the reason for the big team up.
Do you think there will be any other superheroes at the end of this movie? Maybe
do you think the Fantastic Four are going to meet any of the others?
Right, like with the incursion speak, are they going to run into Clea, or just like for one scene, or Doctor Strange? Somehow they not only switched multiverses, but they also went ahead in time, and they meet Doctor Strange.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if they ran into the X-Men.
That would be a way to bring them in.
Because we saw them, we saw a version of them pop up at the end of the Marvels, and I don't think that the MCU is done trying to work them into their, main universe yet. So I think that they're going to maybe use an end credit scene or something to, again,
So, they have a whole phase to sprinkle the X-Men in if they want to do it that way.
Well, that's true. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and since this is the beginning of Phase 6, do we know how long Phase 6 is going to be?
Till Secret Wars?
Secret Wars is
the end of Phase 6. That's what they said, yes.
Okay, that's assuming they don't add or drop anything along the way.
True. And plans can change.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking at 5 to 6 movies. They could do a lot of sprinkling in that time.
They definitely could. Now, it's funny you talked about a post-credit scene, because I have a theory about a post-credit scene.
Okay.
Now, we have to talk about something that they've shown in the new commercial. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they said, "Oh, how did you defeat Galactus?" And he's like, "We didn't."
Oh, yes.
He offered us a deal, and we turned him down. And they're like, "What was the deal?" He wanted our son. And for those of you that don't know, Franklin Richards is one of the most powerful mutants in the comics. He has reality warping, creation sort of powers. He can create pocket universes and do all this stuff. So Galactus,
like Lex Luthor?
Like Lex Luthor, yes, from Superman. Only he builds them. Lex just taps into them. But so we it's been confirmed, because one of my theories was that Galactus was coming to Earth because of Franklin. That's almost been confirmed by these commercials. But if Galactus fails to get Franklin, is defeated, I think one of the post-credit scenes may be, and this is going to be a little crazy, so Doug, I want you to keep a straight face. I think we might see Robert Downey's Dr. Doom attempting to take Franklin Richards. And I think the possibility of them being on that Fantastic Four ship that we saw in Thunderbolts is more likely than it being the Fantastic Four.
You're saying Doctor Doom is going to be on the ship?
With Franklin trying to escape.
Okay.
I think Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is coming from a universe that was destroyed during an incursion, and he was able to save himself, and he wants Franklin to recreate
now, when you
his
say
universe.
Incursion, do you mean what do you mean by that?
Like when the universes start coming together, because
You're talking about what Doctor Strange caused.
Yes.
Okay, now are you saying this incursion is what will affect the Fantastic Four's world?
No.
No,
I'm saying
okay.
Doctor Doom.
So this is a
Nullifier.
different Doctor Doom from a different reality.
Correct.
Not related to this Fantastic Four.
He is not from the Fantastic Four universe. It is a different
Okay,
Doctor Doom.
but he will end up with their son to save him.
Yes. Because
Okay.
much like Reed having the Bridge of Destiny, which I'll talk about in a minute, Doom maybe steals Reed's or creates his own and is able to see, that's what I need to fix my universe is Franklin Richards. And he takes him.
Okay.
And that'll lead right into Doomsday.
It wouldn't be a pure motivation where he would be like, I got to save this kid. No, I got to use this kid. That's what it is.
Yeah, he
that's
wants
a
to
very
use
Doom thing to do.
It's very doomy.
Yeah.
We're going to call that a doomy.
I just dropped a doomy. big steaming doomy.
Big Stephen Doomy over there in the corner.
And from that, I do think that we are going to see Reed build a similar device to the Bridge of Destiny, which allows him glimpses into other realities. And I think, one, it'll hint at a Council of Reeds, not to be confused with the Council of Ricks. But,
Or Canes.
you know,
What about the Council of Kangs?
Yeah.
like it, only we'll see more of them in the MCU. But it kind of attracts other Reed variants, and they form a multiversal think tank. So we might see John, I don't think in this movie per se, but I think we'll see it in there, and Reed will be looking into other things. It'll hint at Council of Reeds, so we may get the Reed from the 2000 movies. We may get, John Krasinski. We may get, Miles Teller. We may get all of those at some point to kind of show back up as Reed. Probably Secret Wars, possibly. But I think what it also may do, bring in the Maker, the possibility of the Maker. For those of you who don't know who the Maker is, he is a corrupted Reed Richards who becomes a supervillain. And he basically, in the current iteration of the Marvel Ultimate Universe, he has made it so no superheroes kind of get their powers. He systematically goes in and stops everyone from getting their powers. And he's got like a bunch of villains who are like his sort of a gang. Yep. Jonathan Hickman's been writing Ultimate Spider-Man, and it's awesome. It's a great comic. And I think it will not happen here, but I think it'll hint at, it might give us a tease of the Maker. And then he could show up as a villain phase 7, phase 8, down the line, because, Reed Richards as a supervillain is horrifying.
Smartest man in the universe. Sorry, Rick. But yeah, Reed Richards being a villain, that'd be a major problem.
At least until he gets turned into spaghetti.
Yes. And then the final thing I think about the Bridge of Destiny, he might actually glimpse a reality where mutants are thriving on Krakoa. And that could be a way, you guys talked a little earlier about starting to sprinkle in mutants. This could be their way of showing, hey, there is a universe where mutants thrive, and, they got their own island and their own nation and all this stuff.
Where do you see this happening at?
In this movie, I see him glimpsing it to kind of hint at this greater thing, and then that'll kind of get people into getting used to mutants, being their own universe, all of that sort of thing, because I do, since the casting of Doomsday, we know some of the old X-Men are showing up. It'll probably be a little X-Men versus Avengers at some point. So I think this will be a way to kind of show them thriving, to kind of reintroduce some of the MCU people who have maybe never seen those movies to the X-Men. Do I have anything else? No.
Well, I have a probably not a real theory. Let's be real. This is a Doug theory. This is a Doug. I think it'd be funny if this actually happened theory. But
Well, it's going to happen because we're right 100% of the time.
Well, I got to looking at a lot of the different, like, screenshots and wallpapers and images that come out. Have you guys seen the one where it shows Galactus up close?
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing shades.
No. The one where it looks like patches of metal. Like, it doesn't even... So, okay, to be fair, I don't know what his ship is going to look like in this movie. I don't know if that's what we've been seeing in those images, if the giant metal thing that looks like a metallic version of Galactus, if that's just his ship, and it just happens to be shaped like him, or if that's just what he's going to look like in this movie. But every time I see it, first thing that pops into my head, for all of you anime nerds out there, I'm thinking, that's a mech suit. That's what that is. And you know what's inside of that mech suit? That's right, Cloud Galactus, his true form.
So it'll be like on Ahsoka.
Keith actually thinking I'm going somewhere. He's like, God damn it, Doug.
It'll be like on Ahsoka when they strike down that one guy and he just turns into gas. That'll be what happens with Galactus.
In reality, I think there's something in there because it looks too abnormal. Any other time that we've seen Galactus in the comics or, in the animated series and everything, that form that you see with the helmet and the face and everything, that's just what he looks like, or at least how he appears to humans anyway. So I know his appearance can change depending on where he's at and what species he's confronting, but we've never seen him look like a robot. That kind of took me by surprise when I saw those up-close images. I'm like, are they trying to tell us that there's something inside of that? So, I don't know. I posed it to you guys. What do you think?
No.
Does he have a spear?
You think he's just a big old robot?
No, I think he's just a giant guy wearing armor.
Oh, but no, I mean his face is metal.
Well, that's
what I'm saying.
I don't think it'll appear like that in the movie, but we'll see. I mean, it's possible. Okay. If they release him as a cloud out of a mech suit, I will be leaving the theater.
a giant methane cloud.
Yeah. You'll be running out like, come on, is Superman playing somewhere?
Is this a 4D theater? What the hell?
It will be interesting to see too if Galactus does win and their universe is starting to crumble, if anyone else comes with them to the 616.
Yeah, it might be a way to work in some of these characters,
Yeah. And now, the final question, gentlemen. Before we we got some news and notes too coming up here. So,
okay.
What are your predictions for post-credit scenes? I already said one of mine, which I think Doom will show up. And just so you know, Matt Shakman, who at one time said Dr. Doom is not in my movie.
Okay.
He confirmed the other day that the Russo brothers directed the post-credit scenes for Fantastic Four First Steps. So I think that's his little wiggle room to say, they're not in my movie. They directed it. It's a post-credit scene. It's not in my movie. That's how I'm getting...
Who directed the post-credit scene of the new Avengers?
The Russo brothers.
Uh-huh.
So it's all adding up to the Secret Wars. So,
well, Doomsday.
Do you think you'll get one of the characters, such as Thor or something like that, in a post-credit scene?
I don't know if it'll be Thor. I think one will be Doctor Doom.
Captain Marvel?
No.
Close. Oh, what if they did this, Keith? It's Tony Stark's actor as Doctor Doom, but he does what Thanos does in that one end credit scene where he puts his hand in the gauntlet.
I'll do it myself.
Instead, it's going to be him as putting the mask on, and then he turns around and he says, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
I'm guessing
Doom will do it for Doom.
I am guessing you're thinking Nova. Are you thinking Nova?
No, sir.
Oh.
Wonder Man.
God, that would make this movie. That would get $1 billion easily for this movie if it was Wonder Man.
First weekend.
Or okay, even better, Blade. But when they turned the camera on, he was like, "What do you want me to do about it? I hunt vampires."
We
I
got
hope
news
the-
about Blade, by the way, coming up.
Oh boy.
All right, Keith, we give up. Who?
I think it might be Captain America.
From
And
the
not,
moon?
not Sam Wilson, Captain America. I think all of the denials from Chris Evans. I think we may possibly get I don't know if it's going to be like a Captain Hydra type Steve Rogers, or if it is going to be Steve Rogers coming to warn about
It's
Doom.
gotta be. It's gotta be. If you're gonna bring back, if you're gonna have an old MCU actor come back as Doctor Doom, you've got to bring back Steve Rogers, and then have everybody like, "Oh, thank God, Captain America's here," and then he says, "That's right," and then you just see the Hydra symbol. Oh, that would be so awesome. I don't think it'll happen, but that would be amazing.
That would be fantastic.
Because I mean, I think the MCU is. I don't know that they want to dilute it down too much by continuously bringing everybody. I don't think they would do that, but if they do, they've got to bring him back as a different character. I mean, just multiverse the hell out of it. At this point, you might as well, right? You've already like screwed the pooch of the multiverse. Just keep on going. Go harder.
See, I think it would be fantastic if we see him as Captain Hydra.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. But I have a theory also on how Scarlett Johansson is going to show up in Doomsday.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I thought she said publicly she would never do another MCU movie.
She did say she wasn't going to do another MCU movie. Who do we know is in Doomsday?
It's 28 people.
Oh wow! I think
Rebecca
that
Romaine
also-
as Mystique. What if she
Yes.
is fighting Hawkeye and she changes her shape to look like Black Widow?
Oh,
Ooh, that'd be messed up.
okay.
So when she's saying she won't come back as Black Widow for an MCU movie, it's okay her coming back to play Mystique looking like her. Just a
Yeah.
theory. Just a theory.
Like Chris Evans in Deadpool.
Yeah. With, once again, Chris Evans saying, I've not signed a contract to be in any MCU movies, and then he shows up in Deadpool as the Human Torch. It's like,
Right.
sorry, Chris, we don't believe you. He even said, it was so funny, he's in a movie with Pedro and Dakota Johnson. I forget what it's called, doesn't matter. But they were interviewing him, and he was talking, he goes, yeah, I'm so jealous of Pedro. He gets to hang out with all my old buddies, getting to do that. It was like, seemed like so scripted. Like, he was like, I'm going to try to throw these people off that I'm not on the Doomsday set.
It's like the fact that you brought it up. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
He's no Andrew Garfield at hiding that stuff.
You guys, I'm not in Spider-Man or all the Andrew Garfield sounds.
I don't know what
It's
you're talking
probably
about.
like that. That sounded right to me.
Crikey, I'm Spider-Man. I'm from England or whatever. Shrimp on the Barbie.
That would be fantastic.
I'm great at doing accents.
You really have nailed it. We could do a whole stream just us saying, do this guy, and then you doing it. It was like Rich Little. Do you guys know?
I don't know why you're not on Family Guy yet. I don't know what's holding you back.
Oh, and then one other theory. There's been hints that Norrin Rad has been cast. What if we see them coming into the 616 and running into Norrin Rad?
And then we meet the 616's
Silver Surfer.
Yes.
I wonder.
And they're kind of afraid of him because of what
What? Go ahead.
they're afraid of him, obviously, because of what happened in their own universe with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
But they start understanding that he's a little different than the counterpart from their universe. Because I do think Silver Surfer is going to have a major role in Phase 7 of the MCU. I think with the Annihilation storyline possibly coming, I think he's a huge cosmic entity that will need to take part with Nova and the Guardians, the Shi'ar, all of that. I think he's going to play a major role you know what? They introduce his Universal counterpart in this movie, and then we get a glimpse of Norrin Radd. Because when he starts hearing...
Isn't Silver Surfer getting its own, like, special presentation?
That has been the rumor, but it has not been confirmed yet. Since obviously, if they're doing some things, they would rather see that play out. Yeah.
So what I hear you saying, Dave, is that Not Your Status Quo needs to do a retro review of the 90s Silver Surfer animated series.
That? Okay. I thought you were going to go a different direction, but that would be better than the option I thought you were going to give me.
Have you guys watched that?
Oh yeah,
it is the most driest.
Yeah,
that's a tough one to watch.
It was not
Someone
good.
Didn't get the character. Is that what happened?
Is what?
Someone did not get that character.
Oh no, they got the character. That was the thing. They got too much of the character. They were like, you know what kids want to watch? When we tell them, hey kids, radical Silver Surfer. I am so and so from this planet, and this is my progeny, and yes, by the way, this is before I'm even the Herald of Galactus, and my name is Fred, and I'm from the planet Derp. This is my life. And that's like, there's a whole episode of him like, yeah, I'm just hanging out and I'm going shopping and this is my planet and my family. And it's like,
I think it's like 2 or 3 episodes where he's Norrin Radd.
Yeah.
Before he becomes the Silver Surfer. And it's like watching it, it's like, when's the action coming? This is a cartoon.
When do you become the Silver Surfer, dude?
They almost animated it like they had to pay for live action scenes.
Yeah.
That was a weird one.
So have you always been metal or what? What's going on, man? Take a drink with me, sir.
All right. Any other post-credit thoughts, thinks that y'all's got for this Fantastic Four movie?
I think it's definitely
go ahead,
in outer space. It's definitely going to be in outer space, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, I agree. No, I literally just think, like, you know, I always got to present the more boring normal option just because friggin' executives at MCU. I really just think it's probably going to be a continuation of the end credit scene they set up in Thunderbolts. I just think we're going to see more of that, an extension of the scene. Whether, you know, the...
Now, when you say extension, like that ship landing in the 616?
Something like that, yeah. I just think we're going to see the Thunderbolts again, but I also think we're going to see the actual Avengers coming in and, you know, combination of the teams trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Aren't those the same thing right now? They are the new Avengers, you know.
I don't think so, because I think they also mentioned that they're being sued.
Yes, there's 2 groups right now. There's Sam Wilson's Avengers, and then the Thunderbolt, New Avengers. And yeah, because Red Guardian, the Avengers, we got our stuff. That would be kind of neat too, seeing them land. Will it be the Fantastic Four getting out, or will it be?
I don't think so.
It'll be the Flintstones.
I think it's going to be a warning. I
I've
think
never
it's,
heard of that
you know,
character.
oh, what if they Superman it? What if they put Franklin inside that capsule and just shoot him?
Oh, to get him away?
Yeah.
Oh, to save him? He's the only one.
Yeah. Look, they're going to take the choice away from Galactus. But what they don't realize is that Galactus, what Keith said, Galactus wants Franklin so bad, he'll chase him through to another universe. Ooh.
But then he runs the risk of running into himself in this universe.
No, he'll eat himself. He's just a cloud in this universe. It's okay.
That's right. In this universe, he's just a cloud, so he has nothing to worry about.
Just slurp it up.
In fact, in another life, he just farted in this universe, and that became Galactus.
Right.
Here. Purple cloud. What are you thinking, Keith?
I'm just trying to think. If they did just shoot Franklin, would they be following later on, or is it just like them sending him like,
Superman,
you must take care of him? He's too well. They'd have to warn. Hey,
in my
these
theory,
cosmic
they're
entities
just
are trying
setting
to
him
grab
out there.
Okay.
And maybe they'll record a video, like we are the Fantastic Four, derpity derp, here's our son. Please save him so a giant metal purple monster doesn't eat him or
And
something.
rule these people with strength and go make a harem with them. That they
Yeah.
say that too.
Our son is very special. He's the specialist little boy that ever was a special boy.
There's a
I
lot of
know that you
crossover
probably
going
don't
on
have any special little boys on your planet.
here. Or your version of our planet. You
By the
got
way,
that
we
wrong.
have flying cars. Do you have those yet?
Of course we do. Come on.
So, I don't, it could go a number of different ways. You never know. It could be fantastical and amazing, and they could just really go all comic booky with it and present all sorts of cool endings to it, or they could just be bland and boring, like, and treat it like a safe MCU movie and be like, oh, well, no, can't get too crazy. All right, we don't have James Gunn anymore.
That's true.
I
That's
hope
true.
it's a simple but exciting story, like A New Hope. You know what I mean? They have a basic idea of what they need to do. It's not all convoluted, but it takes some action to get there. I hope that's that kind of movie, so it's not hard to follow. But I also like the Thinking Man's movie that's a little bit deeper. But
Hmm.
I don't know if that's required in this series yet, because they're going to make like three of them. They have to, I would think.
I do want, and I hope, going off of what you're saying, like a Think a Man's movie, I kind of hope that it is an impossible decision. Like as soon as Reed had announced in that one trailer, the price that he asked was too high. What he wanted our son. I hope that that really is, they don't have a choice. They've got to either give up their son or give up the Earth, and I hope that it boils down to they're willing to literally sacrifice the entire Earth to save their son.
That would be hardcore, man.
And I
That would
mean, it
be
would be dark
hardcore.
as hell, and it'd be a little out of the ordinary for an MCU movie, except for Infinity War. And if you think that was like one of the best movies, just the way that it ended, everybody was like, "Are you serious?" I mean, it kind of threw everybody off in the theater. Like nobody knew what to expect. It's never been like a where they lose that kind of an ending. So I kind of hope that they do it again. I wouldn't be mad.
The only reason I think they wouldn't do that is because the Fantastic Four being the first family, they
Mm.
would never sacrifice an entire planet like that. But I like where you're thinking. If they did that, that would be hardcore, and that would they show up on Earth, and the Thunderbolts. What happened? Our universe blew up. Why? Nothing we did.
Who's to say? Crazy man. Wow.
Franklin's like a
Anyway,
teenager, and he's like, "Yeah, they blew it up because they didn't want to give me up because I'm so freaking cool and stuff." Oh God, can we go back
Watch,
and
I'm
give
going
them
to
up?
warp your reality, man. Watch this. No, but here's a question for you. Um, Shoot, it just went out of my head. Oh, do you think that the people of whatever universe is this the 828 we don't know, whatever universe they're in, do you think once they decide to tell them that they're not going to give up their son to save the Earth, do you think the people turn on them?
yeah.
I do.
Oh yeah. In a heartbeat, because they're going to be thinking about, you're telling me that you're not willing to sacrifice one person for the greater good for everybody. And you want to know why I think that decision's going to come so easy, or why everybody will be like that. I was just over last weekend. I was watching season 2 of Squid Games, and the same exact thing happened.
Oh wow.
Um, Big spoiler alert. All right, if you don't want to hear this, plug your ears. Spoiler alert. At the end of the season, they're presented with a baby. One of the Squid Game participants has a baby in the Squid Games, and the game master decides, let's put the baby in the game. We're gonna give the baby a number. Yeah,
What?
Dark.
newborn baby. And so now everybody's thinking, well, if we've got to kill people, I mean, we just kill the baby. It's super easy. That way we win. And I mean, it's just a baby. Who cares? And this is a literal thing, a little discussion that happens in the show. And so, when I saw that trailer, Fantastic Four, I'm like, oh, well, I know how this is going to go. So yeah, Dave, I do think they will turn on them instantly. They'll probably try to break in and take Franklin from them
Now, do you think that'll be like earlier in the movie or later in the movie?
later.
Yeah, I think
I'd say
that'll
that's
be
going to be
later.
at least a third act kind of thing.
It is kind of funny that they're like, "How did you stop Galactus?" And they're like, we didn't," because everyone assumes that they saved Earth, and they're kind of the ones to be like, "No, we really didn't. Sorry, guys." So yeah, that I think that's a very good possibility that they find out that, hey, you're willing to give up. I do think Reed will find a way to save the day instead of letting the Earth be destroyed. Because I can't imagine, as much as I dig that ending, there's no way Kevin Feige is going to let, the first family of Marvel let an entire planet be killed for Franklin.
No.
Too dark.
It'll be
Great.
interesting
I
to see
love
what
it.
they do.
I love it myself because they would have a tough time explaining it to people. So why'd you flee your universe? It was destroyed. We got a preview of it from Doctor Doom. Yeah, he told us. What, you're friends with Doctor Doom?
And Dr. Doom and his wife, Morgan Fairchild. Yeah, she's there too. Yeah.
Whom I've seen naked.
Oh, that's going on a short. Oh.
With apologies to John Lovitz, of course. Nice. Man, honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing this movie because the early reviews, as we know, are always usually pretty glowing. But a lot of them are saying visually one of the best looking movies, the MCU, and I think that has a lot to do with the aesthetic that Matt Shakman has chosen. And seen no spoilers yet for the post-credit scene, so I don't know if a lot of people that have seen the movie already saw the post-credit
Wait, there's
scenes.
already spoilers for it?
No, there's not. I haven't seen any
Oh,
yet.
thank goodness.
But like Brandon Davis, Eric Voss, a couple of them have already seen the movie already. So they've been showing it. And obviously, I think the premiere is tomorrow night in Los Angeles. But nothing has come out on any of the things. I do think because the quote by Matt Shakman, he said he confirms that the Russo brothers directed the post-credit scenes, plural. So I do think there's more than one.
Okay.
But I think, and that's just a guess, because nothing has been confirmed. I will probably have more info later this week, but. And once again, you guys will all know Thursday night when we drop our at the theater spoiler-free review of Fantastic Four First Steps. We will let you know how many post-credit scenes there are. But most of the things have been pretty positive. Of course, they're all just reactions. They're not allowed to give full reviews just yet, so we'll see. Now, are you guys ready to get into some MCU, DCU news and notes?
I am.
Yes.
Would you like the Marvel news and notes first or the DC Studios?
Stick with Marvel and end on DC.
Sounds
Good idea.
Always end on Bach. Never end on Debussy.
Here's something we have talked about, theorized quite a bit. Kevin Feige has confirmed that the Avengers Secret Wars will provide a reset for the entire MCU.
Wait.
That means anybody can be recast.
And it's funny you say that because he also hinted that there will be eventually recasts of major characters in the MCU. And he said Amy and David are now searching for a new James Bond. David Cornsweet is the new Superman. He was awesome. That will always be the case. So he's
It'll always
definitely
be the
saying
case.
new actors playing a new role. So
Okay.
I think we might see Tony Stark be recast at some point. Steve Rogers.
So you think are they gonna like start over and start telling all these stories again?
I don't think they'll tell the stories again. I just think we will get new actors. Like, not first movie of Phase 7 won't be. But I do think eventually we'll get a new Steve Rogers Captain America movie, and it won't be Chris Evans. We'll get a Iron Man movie, or he'll show up in a movie, and it won't be Robert Downey Jr. And we've talked about it 100 times. There's a bunch of new James Bonds. They recast actors all the time, and it's not a big deal. Even
Batman.
Yeah, Batman, Spider-Man. Even Star Wars has done it a little bit. We got what's his name? Bail Organa. We got
got a new Mon Mothma from from what the OT was. Obviously, you'd have to.
We got a new oh my god, I can't Lando Calrissian in Solo. We got a new Solo, and Mark Hamill has said he's not coming back to do Luke Skywalker again. So
we all know
I'm
who would
okay
be a
with
great
that.
choice.
Yep, we do know who would be a great choice. So yeah, it's all good. You know what? You can do it. Audiences will be okay with that. They understand that actors can't do the same role for 40 years.
I am totally
Unless
okay
you're
with
Harrison Ford.
recasting.
If you're Harrison Ford, you can play those roles until you die, apparently.
Yeah,
Please don't make him do that, though.
there has been rumors that Lucasfilm wants to reboot Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've heard that.
Yeah. Didn't you just talk about that?
We did a couple weeks ago, yeah. And
I thought so.
my recommendation was the guy who replaced him as
Oh,
Han
the nice
Solo.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect because that would fit right into the theory that, would you say that Indiana Jones is Han Solo's dream or the other way around?
yeah. Indiana
What is
Jones
it?
is Han Solo's dream.
Yeah.
He dreams of himself. Yeah.
That would be perfect. Cast him in both roles. That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He's still young enough.
And Kevin,
You know what? I would rather them recast people than do these CGI nightmares like what we saw a lot of in Rogue One.
Yeah, Tarkin.
Oh God, it's watching him outside of shadows. Like whenever he's presented anywhere, like on the Death Star or anything, and he's like surrounded by shadows, it's almost hard to tell. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that looks pretty realistic. But the minute you've got him next to anybody, real life or in any kind of direct light, immediately it falls apart, and it's so bad looking.
Walking around the set, fell on a big tennis ball.
now Kevin Feige had a lot more to say. Also, he was also talking
Okay.
about the Punisher appearing in Spider-Man: Brand New Day. He said when Punisher is in the Spider-Man movie, it'll be different tonally.
Oh, what does that mean?
I think we're
What
just
does
going to
that mean?
see Punisher being Punisher. He's not going to Spider-Manify him for
Oh,
the things.
good. Oh, I thought you
I
meant
hope
the other
that's
way
what he
around.
means.
No.
Yeah.
I was worried there for a second. I was like, Kevin, baby, Feige, honey, no.
And he did confirm this is a street level movie, which might put to rest all of those rumors that the Incredible Hulk is showing up in this movie.
And Sony is over like, no, we got to do multiverses.
But No
Yeah,
Way Home
still-
did so
it was-
good.
It's still gonna miss Wilson Fisk unless they can get him in there.
I think there's a chance that after Daredevil Born Again Season 2 and the Punisher special presentation, we're going to find out that Brand New Day will be like the conclusion of all of those storylines. And we're going to get the Kingpin, Daredevil, the Punisher. This is best case scenario. This is what I hope happens. I think we're going to find out that it is going to wrap up in this movie. And it is going to be the street level movie we've wanted. They don't want to announce Matt Murdock Daredevil being in it yet because everyone will be like, oh, okay, it's just going to be a continuation. They want that to be kind of a surprise. But I do think the more I hear with him confirming this is a street level movie, this isn't, multiversal, this isn't anything like that. Oh, thanks.
Good.
Tess.
We have been asking for that for a long time. I mean, Spider-Man, I think, works best when you've got him on the street, when he is a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And we were talking about this back before, I think, even the pandemic. We were back when we were still at the studio. I remember we were discussing this idea of, how great would it be if we were theorizing about what Spider-Man No Way Home would be like. And I think we had suggested how great would it be if this was more of a street level kind of Spider-Man story? If, oh, what if those signs actually mean, oh, this is Fisk's Tower or Osborne Tower or whatever, you know,
Baxter,
Oscorp. So
Baxter Building.
yeah, one of them. Like we thought that it could be like anything that would give Spider-Man more of a street level kind of thing. Keep him in New York. Stop sending him off on these weird fantastical adventures.
Sending him in outer space.
I think that was one of the reasons why I liked Homecoming so much because that felt, other than all of the Iron Man scenes, it felt very much like a run-of-the-mill Spider-Man story.
It was the most grounded we got. And of course, it was all affected because when they got the rights to have him in movies, they were so close to Infinity War and stuff. They didn't have time to let him be a grounded hero for a while before being recruited.
Right.
But we do have a question on YouTube. What are the chances there will be a DC versus Marvel years down the line with James Gunn in charge of DC Studios?
I heard somebody talking about that on Threads.
John Cena.
Was it John Cena?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw it.
I was gonna say I remember somebody talking about that, and they didn't specifically say no to the idea. So I don't know. I could see that way off in the future after they've reset the universes, and everything like that. I could totally see that happening. I could see where you've got some sort of non-canon kind of universal movie. Maybe it's I could see it being animated, not a live action movie, but I could definitely see that.
Yeah, I think it'd be great, but do I think it'll happen? I don't. I think they're more worried about, like, as far as real life, they're more worried about their own bottom lines than bringing the fans what they would want to see.
Yeah.
I mean, in a movie like that, what would you throw in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too?
You're probably right. Oh, but I mean, they did do that with Batman.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Or the Predator,
Yeah.
But those are usually comics, which, then DC gets to publish one. So if they did it, which Dave is right, it's not probably going to happen because how do they split the profits? They're going to argue over why it was more profitable. Well, our movies have made more, so we get a bigger cut. But if they did, it would probably be one is released by DC Studios, one is released by Marvel Studios, and it'd be like a two-parter or something. Because those comics are always great. Like the X-Men and the Teen Titans was a really cool crossover. They've had a lot of good ones. I just don't see it happening in the studios. They've got too many stories going on. It would just all of a sudden, here's some crazy movie that had breaches these two universes.
It would have to be like an Elseworlds animated thing, kind of like Across the Spider-Verse, where it doesn't directly connect to the MCU or the DCU.
Which,
if they were to do it,
I don't know if you guys saw, but Beyond the Spider-Verse got pushed back to June of 2027.
Okay.
And that leads
is it because
into...
they don't have a story, or is it because they're working on the animation?
They say working on the animation. The story's supposedly done, and they're just working on the animation. But your boy Kevin Feige was asked about Miles Morales in the MCU. And he said Sony has told them to stay away until the Miles Morales animated trilogy is finished. Until Sony Pictures, which holds the film rights to the character, completes it, we've been told to stay away. So, no Miles Morales. Yeah. Well, and I think that's because if they get any kind of deal like they got with Spider-Man, where Marvel does all the work and they get all the profits, they probably wouldn't be opposed to Marvel making a Miles Morales movie, because that would probably do pretty well at the box office, especially considering how much more popular he's gotten because of the Spider-Verse films. Now, this is one I know you guys have been waiting for. We talk about this a lot. Instead of being a period piece, Blade will now be set in the modern day. So them selling all of the costumes to Sinners now makes sense. But that's not it.
Okay.
Eric Pearson is currently writing the script for Blade. He's worked on the Fantastic Four First Steps, Thunderbolts, Godzilla vs. Kong, Thor Ragnarok, and Transformers 1.
Okay.
So this is like our 10th writer.
Yeah.
Blade will be coming out in
Script number
2031. I do hope this writer, I hope they finally got the right pieces in process, because have any of you watched Transformers 1, that animated movie?
No.
Looked terrible. It was awesome. I watched
Really?
it with Sully, and I hated the premise of it. And I watched it, and I was like, wow, they did a really good job with that. And I was so mad because it's not getting a sequel because it did so poorly
Now-
at the box office.
Was this, they did a really good job of it because I'm a dad and my kid really enjoyed it? Or
No.
was this, I'm a big nerdy fan and it literally was a good job?
I am a big nerdy fan, and they did a good job. I would watch it. If you guys get a chance, watch
All
it.
right.
It starts off a little
Take your word for it. I'll
shaky,
check it out.
but I enjoyed the heck out of that movie. I was totally, I honestly thought, I'm like, I'm going to look at my phone for the next hour and a half or hour, 45 minutes, whatever it is, while Sully watches it. And I ended up like going, dang. And then,
Yeah,
of course,
'cause I saw some of the trailers. I'm like, oh, that animation looks garbage. I'm not seeing that.
and the animation at times isn't great, but the story is really good. And I thought they did a good job on it. And of course, they're not making a sequel because it did so poorly, which is terrible because it was a quality movie.
Now, what are the other things that he has written that you listed there?
He has worked on the Fantastic Four First Steps, Thunderbolts, Godzilla vs. Kong, Thor Ragnarok, and Transformers 1.
Okay. Those are all kind of iffy. I mean, obviously, I haven't seen the Fantastic Four, and I'm really positive about it. But the other ones were kind of middle of the road for me.
Thunderbolts was good. I liked Thor
was
Ragnarok. Godzilla vs. Kong was not a good movie. But Transformers 1 was. I think they're making more Godzilla and Kong movies too, for God's sakes.
Of course they are.
You know what they need to make is more Godzilla -1 type movies. That's what they need.
They are making a sequel to Godzilla -1.
It's called Godzilla 0, right?
Yep.
I hope it's not called Godzilla -1 number 2, because -1 plus 2.
You know, if they really wanted to, get to the core that is Godzilla, they could call it Godzilla Ground Zero or something, since Godzilla was just, supposed to be the nuclear bomb in monster form, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. Doug, you got to go right for it right now. Get on it.
At least do the marketing. You can be like, this is what we call it, and then it can be like, oh yeah, good job, Doug.
All right. You guys ready for my Japanese accent?
No.
Uh-oh.
No. We are not.
No. We cannot. We will be canceled instantly.
I was about to cut the cord.
But what
Okay.
did you think about his writing credits there, Doug? You like all of them that were listed there?
Yeah, all right. From what I've seen, yeah. I never did see Godzilla -1.
No, Godzilla versus Kong.
I mean, sorry, I never saw Godzilla versus Kong. So
Yeah, I don't think I saw one. But am I thinking of the one? I was thinking of the one with Brie Larson and
That's
Loki.
Kong Skull Island,
Okay.
which I enjoyed that one. Godzilla versus Kong is no.
Yeah, I mean, when you start mixing in King Kong with Godzilla, that's when I think the quality goes down. You're trying to, mix too many things there. I know
you're
they've
trying
always
too hard. You're a kid crashing your action figures together.
Yeah, they've always done it, but I don't think it ever worked.
Sully and his cousins loved it,
I'm sure they did.
and it was exactly what you think a bunch of kids would really enjoy.
Yep.
God, I'm so glad I've never seen that movie again. All right. 2 more things for the MCU, and then we got some quality DCU rumors.
Nice.
None of them being Batman being cast for the DCU yet, unfortunately. We can talk about that in a minute, but Vision Quest has officially wrapped filming. Coming to Disney Plus in 2026. We have gotten almost zero sort of
Hype?
not screenshots, but like pics from behind the scenes or
Trailers,
about
news
this.
about it.
They've kept everything they're doing under wraps because
I
supposedly
keep forgetting
James,
it's going to be a thing.
yeah. Which I hope this is a good sign. They're just keeping the secrets under wraps, and it's not. No one cares because it's going to be terrible, but we'll see.
I don't know if you heard, but Paul Bettany said there's going to be a really cool actor in there.
Yeah, his name is James Spader.
This is going to be good. This won't make us all guess who it's going to be. Somebody he's never acted with. Who has he not acted with in the MCU? Everyone crossing the dots, being Charlie from It's Always Sunny. Damn you, Paul Bettany.
Haha, I goofed on you. You thought it was going to be Ultron or Mephisto or...
We finally did get Mephisto.
And he was awesome.
In WandaVision?
No.
So, the next item we have. It's going to come out that he somehow was influencing it just to appease everybody who said it. But I guess in one of the takes, Sacha Baron Cohen was like, "Oh, devil's in the details."
Oh,
And I was
that's
like,
awesome.
they should have kept that in there if that is true. All right, the last little MCU one. Kevin Feige, I think it was an interview before Fantastic Four First Steps, has said that they have a 7-year plan for the MCU right now that extends to 2032.
That is 7 years. You can do math.
It adds up. Yes, the numbers add up. So, I mean, that's good to know. Once again, they're not making the mistake of announcing things 7 years in the future because things change and you don't know what's going to change. But at least they're still continuing down that path where they're like, this is coming in 7 years. And when they're writing something like maybe Fantastic Four First Steps, they can sprinkle in a little treat that won't pay off until 2032. And that would be cool. I always like when they do stuff like that.
Yeah, hopefully they pay off this time, unlike the ones you were mentioning last time.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Of course, Kevin Feige did make a good point. He said people had to wait 17 years for the Samuel Stearns thing to pay off. So
That
even
is
though
true.
there's been a lot that haven't paid off, which I'm not going to go into my rant again, but maybe we'll see them. Hercules maybe will show up. We'll find out. Who knows? I still 100% prefer that they show scenes like that, setting something up for the future, than what James Gunn is at right now, where he's like, I don't want to ever put anyone on a hook. So, like, all the post-credit scenes are going to be nothing, just silly scenes or something. I enjoyed seeing Crypto and him sitting on the moon looking at Earth, like from All-Star Superman. I thought that was great. And the scene with Mr. Terrific and him when he's like, it's a little crooked. And he just walks away and he's like, man, sometimes I can be such a jerk. Well, those are fine. Could you imagine seeing like Brainiac ship coming to Earth or, anything like that? I would read.
And then could you imagine that James Gunn sees the script, says, this is terrible, we're not making it. And then you're sitting here, making a rant. Man, they showed us Brainiac in an end credit scene that never added up to anything. They showed us Green Arrow. He didn't show up. They showed us, a Hulk Girl solo movie. That never happened.
You know what they should do is like what you mentioned just now, Doug, is that like they already have a Supergirl movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just like they had the after credit scene with, was that even after credit scene?
No, it was
still in
before
movie?
the credits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they could have had a Supergirl after credit scene, just
So,
a sprinkling movie.
what
Or
you're
you
saying
just
is
get-
only show end credit scenes as long as they've guaranteed, like, they know they're going to make this movie.
yeah, like a Clayface after credit scene would be cool. Just like, and just
I'd be down
don't
for
even
that.
give anything away about the plot. Just say like, remember like in Iron Man 2 when they all they did was find Mjolnir in the desert.
Yep.
That's enough. Boom. You just know that character's coming. You don't have to know what plot it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That would, there you go.
And you know what, Dave, speaking of that's why I think those worked so much better, is all of those end credit scenes from like phase 1, phase 2 in that area. they were all directly showing you things that were going to happen in future movies. Like the one that you just mentioned with Mjolnir, that was like the opening scene from Thor.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I'd be totally down for that. If James Gunn wants to just stick to, I don't want to put anybody on the hook, and I only want to show stuff that is going to be in a guaranteed movie, then yeah, you show us the end credit scene, but only from stuff that has already been made. That's going to be released within the next year or two.
See, one of my favorite post-credit scenes was seeing Thanos in the Avengers.
Yes.
And the funny thing is,
he was going to be there.
Well, he was originally going to be in the second Avengers movie, and Josh Friedman kind of switched it up and said, "You know what? We're going to do Ultron instead. We can save it for later." So you could show a Brainiac ship approaching Earth, and he doesn't have to be in the sequel. He could be setting it up. And even if you decide, hey, it's not right for a Superman sequel, maybe it's a Justice League movie or something along those lines. You just have to be sure, if you're doing it, that you're eventually going to use that character. You got to make sure you got the ideas of a story. Because seeing Thor's hammer was awesome. Because we hadn't seen Thor in a movie, so I was like, oh, that's great. But hinting at deeper storylines is better to me, because it's like, oh, what's next? Like, we can't, hey, what's next? Superman and Krypto are going to sit on the moon. And they're going to see something going down, and they're going to get involved. Yeah. Just for me. I don't mind the silly ones like Volume of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I mean, good God, that had like 7 post-credit scenes. And they were all goofy, but they were great. They fit into the story, so it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, maybe that's just James Gunn's style.
I think it is.
Because that's how Guardians 3 ended, too.
Yep.
It was just him eating cereal with his grandpa.
Well, and the new Guardians going to fight something.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Which Marvel probably made him do it. But all right. Some DCU stuff. James Gunn has said that Lanterns is basically the story of Jon Stewart.
I saw that, and it got me excited. Hell yeah.
What did I guess? Did I guess that at the theater? That it was going to be about Guy Gardner, but it was going to launch Jon Stewart.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that is good. The best Green Lantern will get his day.
Hell yeah.
And he also confirmed, see, this is funny, because he confirmed that he has plans for Gorilla Grodd in the DCU.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. That's like the silliest character you can put in live action. Do it.
How dare you call him silly?
Fucking gorilla.
Well, he already used Starro, so what else is he going to do?
Yeah.
So you can even hint at a Gorilla Grodd in a future, post-credit scene. I'll shut up. I'll stop with the post-credit scenes. It's funny because a lot of people hate the post-credit scenes. They're like, we're sick of them. We don't like them. I disagree. I love them. But here is a huge rumor, has not been confirmed, and I kind of like it. Who is going to be playing the Flash in the DCU?
I was going to say that. I was going to say, yeah.
Ezra Miller.
Showing up as Flash would be awesome.
Bringing him back.
I didn't hear what you said, Dave.
I said if Grant Gustin shows up in a post-credit scene as the Flash, it would be awesome.
I would be okay with that, but that is not who they're rumored to be playing the Flash in the DCU.
Oh, who is?
Andrew Garfield.
I saw that.
No way.
It's a rumor.
I don't hate it.
I don't either.
He's not young enough.
He could always play an older Barry Allen mentor to Wally West, because James Gunn has always seemed like the kind of guy who would make Wally West the Flash in his universe and have Barry Allen be the previous Flash, or have
the lived-in. We already know that, heroes exist in this universe. We got the whole opening scene of Superman. The metahumans have been around for, what did it say, 30 years?
300 years.
300 years, yeah.
Everything was 300 years since metahumans arrived, 3 decades since Kal-El's ship crashed on Earth, 3 hours since, or 3 weeks.
Well, 3 years that he was Superman, 3 hours since he lost his first battle. No, 3 minutes since he lost his first battle.
Yeah. So, I could totally see him saying that uh, Barry Allen had been the Flash, for all this time, and he's ready to, pass it on to his young, isn't Wally like his nephew or something?
They're related somehow, but I can't remember what it is now.
But that's just like James Gunn
Iris.
choose
It's
like
Iris's
Yeah,
nephew or
brother.
something.
No, it's
yeah, but if they're
Brother?
married,
Oh,
then
okay.
it's his technically. But it's like he would choose the lesser known so he could do more with the character. So that makes sense.
And now, the final little bit of news that he talked about, James Gunn says that the multiversal story in Peacemaker Season 2 isn't similar to No Way Home or Deadpool and Wolverine. I think of Peacemaker as more of a high concept story about one other world. It's more akin to Philip Roth's The Counterlife. So it sounds like
I don't know that.
these two Peacemakers are going to be almost opposites.
I must have missed some news. I don't remember a multiverse thing even being mentioned.
No,
Well,
you remember in the preview where he sees himself and he fights himself?
No,
You don't remember that in the trailer for the season 2?
I don't remember what I did yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, there is a trailer in there where he does see an alternate version of himself.
yeah,
Okay.
another Peacemaker
That
sits a
Peacemaker
gun
is.
to his head and he's like, "Who the hell are you?"
Yeah.
He seems like a more serious Peacemaker from that 2 seconds of dialogue. we
Yeah.
got. That's a not your status quo breaking it down for y'all. We're like, he seems serious. But yeah, the Counterlife is only, it's not hundreds of different universes, it's just one to one. And I think that's how Peacemaker is going to make the jump into the DCU, how it's going to all be explained out. While Frank, I almost called him Frank Grillo, while Senior,
Flag.
yeah, Rick Flag
Rick
Senior is going to be coming after him. He'll have all this going on and just a lot of fun, good stuff happening, which I can't wait. We only got, what, a month and a day till Peacemaker Season 2.
Nice. Looking forward to it. Do you think they're going to change the opening?
Yes. It has
I
been
hope they have
confirmed
just
it'll
as
be a new
cool
opening.
a beginning. Yeah. I'm sure that was just important to the plot of the show as, they got to have just as cool of a beginning as they did last year.
Oh, yeah.
Last
They
time.
have to.
But all right, that is all the news and notes. That's all that's exciting that's going on out there, which I was shocked. We got so much info. And I think a lot of it was because of Superman Press, Fantastic Four First Steps, talking to James, talking to Kevin, and we got all this little info because not only do we have Fantastic Four First Steps this week, San Diego Comic-Con is this weekend also. Starts Thursday, runs to Sunday. So there's no Lucasfilm presence there. There's no Marvel Studios presence there. There is a Peacemaker Season 2 thing. So I'm guessing we will get a new trailer for Peacemaker this weekend at some point. But it's going to be devoid of, I think, a lot of movie news and stuff. We're not going to get Kevin Feige up there announcing the next 7 years of the MCU, and James Gunn won't be coming out announcing to keep up peace the next 8 years of the DCU.
Yeah, is DC going to have a fandom this year? Do
Not
we
that
know?
they've said yet.
They didn't have a fandom last year, did they?
No.
I don't think so.
But James Gunn has said that the next Superman, well, he said the next movie won't be a direct sequel, and he has said it's not going to be World's Finest, so it won't be Batman Superman. So a lot
Yeah,
of
it did
people
mean
are
that.
thinking maybe it is like a super family team up, Superman and Supergirl, or maybe Superman and the Authority, something
I
along
want to
those
see a
lines.
Wonder Woman movie.
They have already said that is being fast tracked at DC Studios. And James Gunn
Good.
said, while we say fast tracked, it's just a high priority for us. We're not going to race
Good.
it into theaters. But he said that is a priority for them.
Because Wonder Woman 84 left such a bad taste in my mouth. She's a great character. An awesome character. I would like to see another live action movie that does it right.
Yep. I agree. Let's get a new Wonder Woman actress and film out there. and make it as good as the
Absolutely.
first one. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, nothing against Gal Gadot, but time to move on.
I don't blame her too much. I mean, her delivery as an actress isn't the greatest, but I mean, she was fine in the first Wonder Woman movie, but 84 was not good. But I don't blame her for that. That was all the directing and the writing.
Don't leave out Batman versus Superman. She was in that. She was the best part of that movie.
She was. Oh, but then we also had Justice League. Kal-El, no.
I honestly think the best part of Batman versus Superman is the Wonder Woman theme.
Yeah.
That is a bang.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
We just need more of that. Less of what we got in the DCEU.
Why did you say that name?
Oh God! Some of the laziest writing in history. Why did you say that name?
Dave, I think you mean the most deep and layered storytelling that we have ever gotten in a comic book. Oh wait, no, sorry, that was Snyder Cultist 101.
Oh no, we
works
just
on
lost
so
one
many
viewer.
levels, man.
Those poor sweet summer childs.
Well, you know, they were all just starting out. They'll have better careers later down the road.
It would be funny if at some point James Gunn brought all the actors back from the DCEU to be like the, oh my God, what are they called? The Crime Syndicate, Justice League.
Oh yeah. Actually have like a real Ultraman or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Because when they said said his name in Superman Ultraman, I'm like, oh whoa, they're doing Crime Syndicate, but then no, it was just Lex Luthor's failed clone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, all right.
He can make one clone. He can make more.
I wish you wouldn't have used Ultraman, but whatever.
Well, we're getting Bizarro. We've already talked about this.
Yes. I hope so.
Me too. I think that'd be fantastic. Even Kevin
really
Feige
hope
told
that-
James Gunn he wants to see Bizarro.
Yeah,
It'd be great, and that's exactly the type of character that I think James Gunn could work with.
I think he had a prize smile on his face when he was writing that. He gets kind of knocked into that black hole like, me and Bizarro. I'm going to write it. It's going to be awesome. But all right. Hey, should we find somebody to raid perhaps, fine gentlemen?
I
It's a
think
raid.
we should.
It's a
we got
raid.
iTray. She's on.
Yeah, wow, 418. Ooh, retro SNES. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
What is retro ENES?
SNES, Super Nintendo.
Oh, not. What are they playing?
I don't know. But, dude,
How many people
you had
they
me
got?
at SNES.
I'm down for that. Is it
Think
just
it's worth
retro
watching.
SNES?
Yes.
Who knows? It could be any game that she's playing, but that was one of my favorite consoles.
No, the spelling, sir.
Yes.
So
No,
it's
it's iTray.
Oh, no, it's A-Tray, yeah.
A-Tray or whatever. That's what she's
Oh.
playing.
Sorry, yeah, we were just saying when we
Oh my
hovered over
God.
her name what she was doing.
You silly boys.
You're a silly boy.
I thought it was a channel
Names are
called
just
Retro
silly.
SNES. I'm like,
No.
No, that's
But that
the
would
one
be
we
cool.
would raid every time.
if they were on, yeah, true. All right, well, hey, we're gonna raid A-Tray, playing a little retro Super NES, and what that is, we send our viewers over to another content creator that we appreciate, we like, and we just share the love. Unfortunately, there isn't a easy way to do it on YouTube. There is a way, but it's chunky and terrible, so we're not going to do it. But if you are out on YouTube and you've made it this long, please don't forget, like, follow, leave a comment. It helps our small channel out tremendously, and it is zero cost to you. So you do a lot of good. Paying it forward, if you will. We will follow your channel if you have one. We will gladly do so. But we're not
And
supposed
if
to.
you made it this far in the video, comment FF for Fantastic Four Week.
There you go. Yeah, FFW, Fantastic Four Week. And don't forget, we'll be back. We'll have a video up Thursday night, which will be our spoiler-free review at the theater of Fantastic Four First Steps. And then next Sunday will be spoiler-filled review, what's next for Fantastic Four, the MCU. And we will also, A-Tray's raid settings do not allow you to raid at this time.
Okay.
All right, I got Flake of Wrath. Playing Escape from something.
Tarkov. Macaw is fantasy cartoon DOS adventure retro.
Fantastic P is playing Dark Souls 2.
That's all I got here.
Ouroboros is playing Elden Ring Night Rain. Oh, but hold on, I'm being asked to help upstairs. I will be right back.
All right.
Oh,
there's also somebody in my, not somebody that I'm following, but it is a
You like
person
those?
called Jacob Weeby playing Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, I see that too. The Thong Man gameplay. Oh, no, the Thong main gameplay. I don't know what the.
Interesting. Lots of different people. Now I'm sitting here wondering, I wonder if there literally is a retro SNES channel, and I kind of want to find out.
Go ahead and look. We got a few minutes.
Let's see here.
Hopefully, we'll have a chance to see Fantastic Four. Hopefully, it's good enough, and we'll be seeing it more than once before Sunday.
I hope so. I was kind of like with the initial trailers for Superman. I wasn't really digging it at first. I was like, okay, well, I mean, it might be good. I'm hoping it's good because it's James Gunn, and I do like his movies. So, I was sitting there thinking it's probably going to be better than Man of Steel, but I wasn't sold by the first couple of trailers. And then the more that we saw, I was like, okay, I'm getting a little more into it. Okay, I'm definitely looking more forward to it. And same thing with the Fantastic Four trailers. The first couple of trailers that I saw, I'm like, okay, it's fine, I guess. Not really excited. And then the more we've seen, and now that they, showed us what Galactus is going to look like, they've shown us the Silver Surfer, I'm like, okay, this is looking even better. And I don't know if I'd use the word hype, but I'm definitely looking forward to it more.
Radio.
What are you hyped for?
Fantastic Four. But I'm not hyped. I said I'm looking more forward to it.
For what?
I don't know if hype is the right word for it.
Oh, he was saying as the previews progressed, he became more excited.
Yes.
Gotcha. Excellent.
The initial trailer that I saw, I was like, okay, I guess that's fine. Looks all right. But I wasn't going to hold my breath. And then the more that we've gotten, more I've been getting, more into it. I'm like, okay, I'm digging this. It looks like it's going to be good. Dave was saying, I hope that this is one of those where we're actually saying, I'd like to see more of this.
Yeah,
And I agree.
hopefully it's good enough where we can see it a couple times before we get to the spoiler-filled review.
All right, so Keith, we found somebody that we are not currently following called Jacob Weeby playing Marvel Rivals.
Okay, spell it for me. Jacob.
Yes, it is JACOBWEEBY.
Boom.
Why isn't yellow?
Oh no, I only had the red one. No, we're ready. We're about to rate them. But once again, thanks for being here. We'll be back next Sunday live streaming, but Thursday night we'll have our at the theater spoiler-free review. Please watch it, follow us, do all the things, and we are off to raid.
Hey fellow nerds, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of this stuff, make sure that you check out our Twitch stream. We try to do these live Sunday or Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep an eye on our social media to find out when you can join in live and chat with us during these live streams. Also, as usual, don't forget to check out our other social media. Add us at Twitter, comment down below, and we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo.